Hey gang, welcome back to the video. Okay, so have you always wondered how to create a panoramic image in Photoshop? Well, I tell you what, it's easier than ever with this new tool in Photoshop 7, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Okay, all you need to do is just take a few shots with your camera at a few different angles, okay? You can see the images I have here of this train at this angle, and then I have another shot at this angle as sort of like a midpoint, and then I have another shot at this angle. And what we're going to do is Photoshop's going to go ahead and merge all these images into one image, and it's going to look like this. Check that out. That is a cool panoramic shot, and Photoshop will automatically do this for us, and I'll show you the magic right here. I want to go ahead and just close this out right here. I'm not going to save that one. Okay, we're going to make a new one right now. Let me show you. So if you're up to this point, and if you want to follow along with the tutorial, go ahead into the projects folder on the CD and open up the Creating Panoramic Images folder. And in there, you'll find these train images, and you can just follow along right with me, okay? So if you're ready to go ahead and come right up here to File, and then come right down here to Automate, and then come down here at the very bottom of this menu. You'll see something called Photo Merge in Photoshop CS. At the very bottom, it looks like I'm going off the screen, but it's down there. It's called Photo Merge, and that'll come up, and it's going to ask you if you want to add pictures to the panoramic shot, or if you just want to go ahead and remove some. But what it's going to do is it gives us an option here. We can use the files that are currently open in Photoshop, or we can actually browse to a folder of images by clicking on the browse button right here and go ahead and load up more images for the panoramic image, okay? But for this tutorial, I'm going to go ahead and use the files that I already have open. That'll be the 3 train images I have right here. So if you've gotten this far, go ahead and come up here and click OK, and then Photoshop will do its magic. It goes right into Photo Merge, and look at this. Look at this. It automatically blends all those 3 images together. Look at that. That is just amazing how it does that. And it's a really cool new tool called Photo Merge in Photoshop, okay? So all we have to do now basically is we don't really have to do anything. Photoshop's pretty much done everything for us. But you know what? We have some cool advanced features in the Photo Merge command. I'm going to show you how to do those right now. Check it out. You can see that the photo I have, it looks a little rounded because the photo was taken when somebody was just in one spot and they actually rotated their body, okay? But see, in order to fix that, I could come over here and click on perspective, and Photoshop will automatically correct that so it looks more like flat, so it's going straight. And look at that. See that? I can go ahead and select the zoom tool, and I'm just going to go ahead and just zoom out here so you can see the whole thing. Check that out. Look at that. So now the trains are going straight across, more like realistic. Okay, so that's what the perspective can do for you. I'm going to keep it on normal for now. Okay, look at that. That's cool. Now, but you want to look very closely at the image on where you're blending. Now, Photoshop does a really good job in blending the images together, but sometimes you can see just a slight crease in the image. Like right here, you see the difference with the sky in this image over here, and then the difference in the lightness of the sky in this image? Well, check this out. The Photo Merge, we have a feature called Advanced Blending, and it's right here. Go ahead and check that right there. Now, I want you to just look in this spot right here, and as soon as I click preview, look what happens. Photoshop will do an advanced blending mode and actually blend that in just a little better so we don't see the seam anymore. Check that out. I'm going to go ahead and exit the preview. But that is a really cool thing to have. We have advanced blending in Photoshop in the Photo Merge command. So if you like everything right here, go ahead and come up here and click OK. Just like that. And there you go. And it's done. Let's go ahead and just zoom out here to see what we have. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Navigator palette right down here. I'm going to click on this side of the Navigator palette and just zoom out just a little bit. Then I'm going to come up here, and just to make this look perfect, I'm going to select the Crop tool and then come right up here to the corner and just draw a selection right around just like that. And I'm going to crop in those areas that don't really look good on the top and the bottom, because we're going to create this perfect panoramic shot just like that. There we go. And I'll release. And to confirm that, I'll go ahead and press the Enter key on the keyboard. Bam. And Photoshop will go ahead and crop it down. There it is. It's beautiful. All done with photo merge in Photoshop. It's just amazing. Now, I want to show you something else that you might come across later if you're using photo merge. Okay, so I've loaded up the train images one more time, but this time these train images are a little different. They're actually scaled down a little smaller. That's the only difference, because I'm going to show you something right now. Come right up here to File, and then come down here to Automate, and then down on the very bottom of this menu, come down to Photo Merge, right there. And then I'll just go ahead and click OK, confirming that I do want these 3 files in my panorama. I'll go ahead and click OK. And Photoshop will go ahead and import these into the photo. Oh my gosh, what does this say right here? Photo Merge could not automatically arrange all of the images into a single panorama. Oh, the remaining images can be manually dragged into the work area. Oh, okay. So all this means is that Photoshop wasn't able to determine the edges, and so it wasn't able to put the whole panorama image together for us. So this is okay, because I'm going to go ahead and click OK, and all we have to do is Photoshop will place the images up here that weren't able to determine the edges. We can just go ahead and click and drag down the image ourselves and go ahead and just position it where we think it goes. And Photoshop, wow, Photoshop just went ahead and connected the image. Wow, it's really smart. Look, I can just move the image right here, and Photoshop, it'll just snap it right to the point where it thinks it should be. Wow, that's really cool. It's nice to have this feature in Photoshop. Check this out. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, but look at those creases right there. I'm going to go ahead and click over here and advanced blending. Let me go ahead and bring this in just a little bit so you can see it. There we go. There's a couple creases in here in the panorama. I'm going to come down here to advanced blending and go ahead and preview. Wow, that looks so much better. That looks pretty good. I'm about ready to go. I'm going to come up here and click OK. And Photoshop is going to go ahead and create the image. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and select my crop tool and select the entire image and just crop that down just right about there and put this right about up there. It looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and press the Enter key on the keyboard to confirm that crop, and there we go. I'm all done. And that's how you create panoramic images in Photoshop. It's so fun. Impress your families and friends. Go outside, take your camera. You'll just be amazed. It's just so awesome. Have fun with that. We'll see you later.